Hey guys, it's Tom here, and today I'm going to be starting a new series, and it's how to not fail at your Mac. So let's get started. Today I'm going to go through the basic system preferences. So here's our system preferences doc. So as you can see, there's many things. So this is the general bar. I'll take you through this. So for buttons menu color, when you highlight, might change that to green, and then like when stuff is highlighted, see how it's green. If I make it blue, when I highlight, see it's blue. So that technically just goes with that. The sidebar icon size, you don't really need to choose that. There's nothing really. Show scroll bars only when scrolling, always automatically based on mouse or trackpad. Jump to the next page, jump to the spot that's clicked. Ask to keep changes when closing documents. Close windows when quitting an application. Recent items. 10 documents, apps and servers. And the use LCD font smoothing when available. You should always keep this ticked, because otherwise, if not, your screen will go all fuzzy a lot. Can usually go fuzzy. I wouldn't do that. So yeah, there's some really cool stuff to play with. Now the desktop and screensaver. It's probably easy, like you just click on it. I like this. And then screensaver. Just choose what screensaver you want. Like if I just click on, well, let's just click on snapshots, and then like it'll start when you're not around for at least 2 minutes. Do Cosmos and scrapbook. But you can play around with it. So I like the one I'm on. But so dock. This is quite ideal. So if you wanted like the size of your dock, as you can see down the bottom, magnification. Doesn't really need to play with that. If you make it left, of course it's over there now. Now magnification is like if I go max, when I do it zooms. Maximize windows using Genie effect or scale effect. So there's some settings to play around with there. Genie effect, I'd keep it on Genie effect, just so it's a bit normal. Mission control. So if I go to mission control now, gives me, a preview of what I've got opened. So if I had another application open, I could go to there. So there's some keyboard and mouse shortcuts to show some stuff. If I wanted to, so there's many stuff you can play around with. If you don't have mountain line or whatever I've got, I can't remember. You won't have that, and you won't have launchpad either. Language and region. You probably don't need to touch around with this because it's usually already set up. So if I go time format 24 hour, I usually do have it on 24 hour. I don't know why. So it's just the calendar. Don't really need to mess around with that. Security and privacy. It's just loading. Location services. To click the lock to make changes. So you have to have the administrator's username and password to be able to play with these. I won't do that right now. Spotlight. Spotlight's the thing up here where you can search in for an app. And these just are things that you can tick. So, like right now, if I tick system preferences, see how it comes up? Now if I turn system preferences off, it will come up. That's weird. It should see only selected categories will appear in Spotlight session. Who cares? It usually works. I'm probably just having a bit of a glitch. Spotlight menu keyboard shortcut. Control space for me. It should be the same because I haven't tampered with that. Notifications. Very simple. You can just say if you wanna like let it notify your Mac and make a ding and tell you something. So yeah, there's many different options there. This is for CDs and DVDs. When you insert a blank DVD, what you want it to do, it asks what to do. That's what I've got it set to, or open something. When you insert a music disc, open iTunes. In picture CD, open, and you know, you can change it, but that's usually what you do. Displays, for color. On my Mac, there's a lot of other stuff to play around with there. Brightness. I don't know if you guys are seeing that. Energy saver. So that's the display sleep and the computer sleep. So that's when the screensaver comes on. That's where the screensaver turns off and the computer just turns black. Keyboard. Some text. OMW on my way. Shortcuts. Imports. Sources. So you can mess around with that. You don't really need to. Scroll direction. Your primary mouse button is the left. I do have a Bluetooth mouse. But yes, so there's some stuff. The trackpad. I don't have a trackpad to use. Printers and scanners. Depending on what type of printer you have, depends on really what you want to do. So there's my. I've got 2 printers. They're like some stuff to do with some of that. There's some stuff to mess around. Sound. Now this is actually a pretty good thing. Now if you've got if you've got let's just say speaker, or if you're at a school and you've got one of those Promethean or something, those boards that it projects on but you can touch it, and the speakers on the sides, the interactive whiteboard you might call them. If it's not working, I know for some of my friends or at my school, go to sound, output, and then it should have Promethean speakers. You just click on that, and I've got I've just got the Apple TV. Just click on it and it'll come up, and then it'll start playing through there. I don't want to do that right now because it's being used. iCloud. Really, this is actually a thing that you could use. Like if you are technically, you have to set it up. So I won't really talk about much of that yet. Internet accounts, I might leave that. That's only if you want to set up some stuff, like if you want to set up some accounts and some stuff. The majority of these you actually do when you set up. User and groups. So technically you can just muck around with with the pictures and stuff. Parental controls, that's if you're a parent and you want to have some restrictions. Apple Store, you can just muck around with that. Dictation and speech, it just says stuff for you. date and time. This is when I really want to show you. So this is like date and time zone. There I am. Australian Eastern. Say just with seconds, you can see. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff to muck around with. Startup disk. I'll come to a lot of these later because these are very different things. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed that. Rest assured that was only episode 1, guys. I'm not sure what I'll do for episode 2, but I'm pretty sure I'll go through Finder and do some stuff about that. But anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Oh, by the way, if you like this, please subscribe or like, or even just give me a comment, because doing any of those will really encourage me to do more. And of course, if I'm helping you, give me a like, please, because that'll definitely encourage me to keep on going. So yeah, anyway, I will do some other courses eventually, like maybe some iOS stuff, but this is just a fun thing to start off. I like doing this. But anyway, yeah, so please rate, comment, and subscribe. It would mean a lot to me and would help me to encourage, you would encourage me to